going to do this from this way, and you will see this finished result at the end anyway if you watch the outro and how they're looking. But basically what you want is they're in like that. That's where your propeller shafts are going to be resting on, probably further down in this video. This is instruction 4, as you know. That's all we've got to do so far, apart from taking these 2 AP screws. This is going to have to be placed over there like so. So what I've got to try and do now is put this back together. Good luck, everyone. Tell me if you get these screws in, and then we're safe, we can breathe. As you can imagine, this is a bit more difficult for me because I'm filming and I want to get a good shot for you while I'm doing this also. There we go. That's how that's looking. And we've got to take some more AP screws, which I've got some out on the desk already, so we'll use those. And screw these into the back of the remote. Place that on the remote. There you go, that's how that's looking. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Today I'm building more of the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks, and I'm doing issues 115 and 16, so another double bumper issue. Basically, a little insight, guys, this is going to be all about doing the control, which is going to be obviously lighting up the Titanic and the sounds, etc. So it's going to be a pretty cool issue. If you're not already subscribed, guys, remember to subscribe, like, also comment and share. Press that bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put something up on the channel. Now, you might notice this here. I've strained my tricep using my new gym, which is just there, which if you've watched the videos the last couple of weeks, I've shown you the new studio with the gym in it. Multi-gym, love it. Had it a couple of weeks. I'm still using it, but I've just got to go a bit light. I've just pushed a bit too hard, basically, guys. That's who I am. I just love to train. Yeah, and I had a little bit of a twinge yesterday, so I've just put this little bit of a makeshift strap thing on it just to hopefully get it repaired quicker than rather than later. Put a bit of deep heat on it, etc. But yeah, that's what's going in my life at the minute. But without further ado, let's get back to this week's build of the Titanic. Double issue, guys. Let's crack on with the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. Okay then, guys, so here we go. I've got the 2 issues here, 115 and 116 of the Titanic built from Hatchetpartworks. These 2 issues are all about building the remote. So let's get straight onto it and get into 115 first. Right, so first of all, guys, we'll take a look through the mag. There we go. And there we have coming in the next issue, second half of this video, guys. It's going to be more parts to do with the remote, and then by the end of issue 116 the remote should be fully built, I would have thought. So let's just quickly take a look through the rest of the mag. Beautiful pictures as usual, good content. And here we have a list of parts we've got in this issue, and also starting off the instructions. Let's take a look how many instructions we've got. Yeah, so we've got 5 instructions for the start of this week's video, guys, in issue 115. What I'm going to do now is bring the parts over, take a look what's in this issue. We'll crack on with this issue, this, we'll crack on with this issue, and then we'll go on to 116. So I'll just move this out of the way. It's always good opening these, guys. It's like Christmas every day for me when I'm doing this. Seeing what parts, and look at that, you just can't go wrong with how to pack these items. You really can't. Right, so what I'm going to do, just to the side of me now, I'm going to get the instructions out and see exactly what we've got in this week's issue. Yeah, I've been training hard, guys, getting back into it. And I've done, not torn it, I don't think, I've just strained my tricep muscle, I think, and it was a right twinge, right pain it was. But I'm applying something called deep heat on it, which takes the pain away. It's been a day or two now, and it seems to be getting slightly better. I've got this little, it's a bit dirty actually, this bandage. I've used it so many times. But after this video, I'm thinking about going to do some more training back on the multi-gym, but perhaps go a little bit lighter. I'm just checking when I'm getting these out, guys, making sure I'm getting everything out the bags. Little tip, just hold the bag like that, obviously tip it, nothing left, job done. But this is looking pretty cool, to be fair. I mean, look at that, guys, look at the detail. You've got all the different rights on there. You've got full, half, slow, dead slow, standby, stop, and I presume it's either going to be just makeshift and just gimmicky for the remote, or it's actually going to do things when you get on each section and make a noise or lights or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you got this is plastic, like a gold plated plastic piece, and these are the pieces. But I've watched this on YouTube, guys, somebody else doing this, and it does get very fiddly. I think putting the spring in or something, so good luck with me on that. But anyway, first of all then, we've got this, which is the front of the remote control, and then 115B, which is this part here, that is the backing for the telegraph dial. And we've got 115C, which is the telegraph dial itself. I'll take it that's going to go in there somewhere, which we'll see shortly. You've got 115D and 115E, that's disc A and disc B. And then this is where it looks like it's going to get fiddly, guys, these pieces here. Move these out of the way a sec. We've got 115F, which is the spring. And then we've got pin A. Just checking these, yeah. You've got pin A without the hammerhead on, and then you've got this one here with the hammerhead on. So pin A is going to be 115G. And then you've got 115H, that's pin B. And then you've got 115I, which is called plate. And also we've got some KP screws. So without further ado, guys, let me just move these over, and I'm going to crack on getting this remote built. So first of all, you want to take the front of the remote and get this piece here, 115B, and then here, guys, you've got three little pins, and they've got to go in these holes here. Right, so if you look at it this way, these three holes here, you've got two at the bottom, which is going to be those two there. So if you just, I think that's right anyway, we'll soon find out. It will only go in one way, I would have thought. But on the instructions, it is telling us, yeah, these two and that one at the top. So if you just fiddle it around a bit, you'll know they're only going certain holes anyway. And if you look underneath, you can see that hole there, and that hole there. And that's how that's looking at the end of instruction one. Pretty cool, huh? Love that. That was pretty quick and simple. So I'm just turning the instruction page over now. And this part of the instruction, tell a lie, this is still sort of say in instruction one. I thought that would have been a bit quick. Again now, you've got three little pins there. What you want to do is you want to have this part at the bottom of the dial facing downwards like that. And all you've got to do is find the pins, place that in there, and that's how that's looking. Pretty cool. Now we're moving straight on to instruction 2. It doesn't say glue these in. I wouldn't have thought we've got to, because whatever the dial is, whatever's going to go in here, that's going to keep that in place. So let's swiftly move on to instruction 2. And what we need now is this little piece here, 115G and 115H. Also this little spring. I think you're ahead of me, guys. This is what we're going to do. Basically push that over that section there, and that over that section, and that's how that's looking. If I just place it on the desk like that. Now this could be the fiddly bit. What I'm going to do now is take this part here, which is 115D, and as we're looking at it, you want it like that, and we've got to basically place this in here. So good luck, everyone. This is going to be fun. Oh god, I don't know if it'd be easier to put the spring in there like that. See, it's very, I knew this was going to happen. It's going to be very fiddly, this. But I've got a good feeling it's not going to give me too much grief. All you've got to watch now is when you put this side in, you want the long piece of that metal piece of 115G pointing outwards. And what you're going to do is push that in the spring. Carefully, don't pop off. But yeah, this happened on the video I watched. One side was going in, the other side popping out. The trick is, I think, don't let go. Because if you let go, that is going to just go everywhere and you're going to fly across my studio. But that's how that's looking, guys. I hope you can see that with me holding that with my finger. But if I carefully just move, and it's gone. Let's try that again. I tell you guys. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get, basically we're on instruction 3. This is instruction 3. Now instruction 4, which I've got here before we go any further, this is going to have to be placed over there like so. So what I've got to try and do now is put this back together. Good luck, everyone. Tell me if you've been doing this, guys, and you did it pretty easier than this, because obviously at the minute I'm not. Right, now somehow, I wonder if I'd start to spring like that. Yeah, perfect. That's not going to go anywhere. And then what we've got to do is you got that slit there just here. That's got to be beyond my thumb. I think the trick's going to be keep that spring, slide it over, easy. Don't you dare flick off again. Brilliant. Now, when you've done this, guys, do not let go of that. If I let go of that, it's going to pop everywhere. So what I've got to do now is put 4 KP screws to that side, but without letting go of this piece. So I'm going to have to hold that in one hand. I did say it was going to be tricky, didn't I? I thought I brought that back, to be fair, pretty good. It flew to the right. I don't know if you've seen that. It was really quick. But it was basically my tools to the right, and luckily I found it pretty quick. So yeah, just be aware of that, guys. Let's get these screws in quick. I'm not letting go till all 4 are in. Get these screws in, and then we're safe, we can breathe. As you can imagine, this is a bit more difficult for me because I'm filming and I want to get a good shot for you while I'm doing this. Also, hold it so it don't ping right. I think I'm safe. Do you know what? I'm not still letting go until I put this 3rd screw in. Do you know what? I might not let go till I put 4 in. Sorry. Right, that's 3. 1 more KP screw. Do you know what? I think I'm pretty proud of that. I didn't do too bad there. That was pretty cool. Let's just screw these in nice and tight. Not too tight so you don't break your plastic thread the screws are going into. But go to feel the resistance. There we go. Oh, and happy birthday to my son, one of my sons, Oscar. He's 15 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Oscar. There you go. So that's that done. That's instruction 4 all done. That's how that should be looking. Brilliant. So as I turn the instruction page over, instruction 5, we've got to bring this back over the actual remote. Just move this screw out of the way. And what it's telling us to do is flip it over like that. So that's how you should be looking at it. Let me just turn this my way a second just so I can see what I'm doing. And then what we're going to do is turn that so it's facing upwards like that. And we've got to basically see there, guys. I'll just point that out. You see like a little lip there. If you can see that on camera, all this pin sticking out here, it's got to slide into there like so. And that's how that's looking. And now the last part of instruction 5, we've got to take 115i, this little metal piece here. I nearly lost it, and that's got to be put in. There's 2 little pins there, if you can see those. You've got 2 little holes. One's a bigger pin, one's a little pin. Just put the big hole over the big pin, and you've got it, the little hole on the little pin. And that is it, guys, for this first half of the video. Issue 115, that is what we're looking at. I'm not going to turn it around yet because that's going to drop out. Yeah, I'll turn it around, and that's what it's looking at, that side and that side. So let's move on to issue 116. Okay then, guys, so here's issue 116. Let's get this open. Right, let's take a look at the mag first. Before we get any further, coming in the next issue, we've got some circuits. Brilliant. Love electrics, guys. Let's briefly, quickly look through this mag. Got the usual brilliant content. And here we have the next part of this video, the remote control part 2. Here's the list of parts we've got. We'll have a look in a sec. And here's the instructions. Yeah, we've got another 5 instructions, guys, and then this will all be done, and we'll have the remote to the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. So if I just bring the parts over. Christmas again, guys. Oh no, just ignore me, a bit bonkers today. Look, do love how these are packed. It's alright, Millennium Falcon, I'm just piling all my rubbish on you at the second. I'll move in a sec. Right, let's get these packages open. Oh, some circuits, guys. Brilliant. So that's 116F, and that's circuit board. Oh, I love this. Look at that. That's pretty heavy, guys, for what it is. That's metal. And you've got like a brown rubbery plastic. I think that's metal in there, to be fair. But I love that. That's 116C. That's the control handle. And we've got some AP screws. That's all empty. That's done with. We've also got some EP screws. And we've got 116G. That is a black panel. Yeah, I do hope you're enjoying these builds, guys. If you are, tell all your friends, family, whoever you know, your postman. Tell them to watch Rich43 if they're into model building. They'll enjoy it, and of course subscribe and give us a big like, guys, at the end of every video. Here we've got 116B. This is the rear rim of the telegraph. And the last part today of this double bumper issue oh, don't want to lose that. Oh, a lot of parts in here, to be fair. As I've got this now, I'll tell you what that is. That is 116D. That's the screw cap. Don't want to be losing that. Double check that packet out. Empty. It is empty. And we've got 116A. This is the back of the remote control. And we've got this cover, the 116H. This is the battery cover. And we've got these little things. What a 116E. These are buttons. So this is what's going to press all the lights, the sounds, etc. on the model. So let's just move these to one side. There we go. So those are moved out of the way. And what we need to do is bring back this part of the remote, which we had built in the first half of this video. And we're going to take the buttons, and this is self-explanatory, guys. As you can see, you've got 3 holes there and 2 at the bottom. You've got 3 buttons. So the 3 buttons will go at the top and the 2 at the bottom, like so. And that is instruction 1, all done and dusted. That is the first part of instruction 1 all done. And for the second part of instruction 1, we need to take the circuit board. Now this part, this red light here, has got to go in that hole there. So if you carefully just flip it over, place that just like that. You can see that doesn't fit in nice and flush there. And now we're going to take some AP screws and screw 2 screws there and 2 screws in those 2 holes there. Now, deep breath. This always scares the hell out of me in case I break the circuit board, guys, so do be careful. I know I tell you this while I'm doing it, and at the same time I am absolutely petrified I'm going to break the circuit board myself. So just be careful as you're screwing into these boards, guys. You don't screw them on too hard, or else you're going to break your circuit board and then you're going to have a whole lot of problems. So let's just get 4 screws out. Don't want to come out. There you go. And then we just got to carefully, as I say, screw these into here. Just go, take your time, and once you feel the screw resist and you get to the circuit board, just stop. You'll know how far as you can see, because the circuit board will be flush with the remote and you won't be able to screw in anymore. My advice is to go around all 4 screws and lightly put them in and take your time. And once the circuit board's secure and it's not moving, I would stop there. As you can see, that's not going anywhere. I think less is more in this part, guys, because like I say, you do not want to damage your circuit board. What I'll do is do these 4 screws and then quickly go over them and see if it's all secure, etc. And if not, carefully just screw a little bit more. Right, so that's it so far. It's not moving. Just carefully do another little turn, like so. There we go. That should be enough, and that's how that's looking at the end. Instruction 2. Brilliant. Now, going on to instruction 3, what I'm going to do now is take the rear of the remote control and place that over. You've got little crevices here. They'll go over those little pieces of plastic. Carefully just place it over like that. It will only go one way. You've got 2 little holes here to go on these pins. So just be persuasive a little bit. There we go. That's how that's looking so far. This has just come off over here, guys. I won't worry about that, because in a minute we'll be connecting that with the bolt and it'll be secure. But that's how it's looking. You've got lights, whistle, smoke, CDC and SOS. Look at that, brilliant that is. So that's all done. And turn it back over. And now you've got to take 116B and put that on there like so. Now how it's looking, I don't think it matters. Well, I think it will matter where it goes actually. So you've got 3 holes that way around, so I would have thought it's going to be the same this side as well. Yeah. So yeah, make sure it's looking like that on both sides. Hole there, and a hole there. And you need to do that because you have got little screw holes underneath. I think we might be doing those in a sec. So yeah, we'll actually is to put these pins in. This disc here, these pins need to go in there and where there's holes. So they do need to be like that. As you look at your remote, guys, hole at the bottom, two at the top, hole at the bottom, two at the top. So we're on the back of the remote still. Now it's telling us to apply this part. So the last part of instruction 3 is to apply this. Got little pins on these guys, which I say go in these holes. Just be careful, just try and find them, like moving it about. We're only going one way. You'll know when you've got it. Make sure it's in the right position before you push down it, because you don't want to damage your little pins. So I'm not sure that's right, to be fair, yet. Right, so I think that's got to go like that. Yeah, I think that's better. There we go. That's how that's looking. And we've got to take some more AP screws, which I've got some out on the desk already, so we'll use those and screw these into the back of the remote. Just do a few in light first before you tighten it too much. And once all 4 are in, tighten them up. Again, I would go just till you feel the resistance of the screw, so you don't damage the plastic, that's all. There you go, just one more. Yeah, comment down below as well, guys, if you're enjoying these double issues. I am. I love it, because I know I'm getting further to getting it completed. But then on another hand, I'm stressing the hell. I'm not stressing, but you know what I mean. Those masts, or whatever you call them, all the rigging, that is just around the corner. I'm not looking forward to that. That might take me a year to do, to be fair. I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, I get palpitations thinking of that. So that's how that's looking anyway, guys. Pretty cool. Don't forget, we're going to be putting this back on in a sec. I'll just leave that at the top of the screen. So if I just turn it back over, instruction 4, to start off, we've got to put the battery cover on. Of course, we've got to get a battery for this, which I will get, so we can test the sound in future issues. That's how that's looking then at the start of instruction 4. Now what we're going to do is turn it back over. Again, you've got pins there, as you can see. Place that on the remote. There you go, that's how that's looking. I do love doing these builds, so guys, it takes me away from the real world and it just makes me happy, to be fair. Going back to this, what you want to do is you've got 2 little splits either side, and in there you can see there's 2 little like rectangular plastic pieces, the slots if you want to call them, and that just fits on there like that. So before we go any further and put this little cap bolt looking thing, we need to get EP screw, which we've got 2, guys, so we've got 1 spare just in case one pops off over your room, over my studio. And we're going to need to screw this into the remote. Very fingers and thumbs today, guys. That's why I'm shocked that that bit with the spring, it worked out pretty cool today. Didn't have any issues with it, to be fair, but people have been watching, they've been pinging across the room, and they've had problems over and over, but no, I did pretty well, I think. Pat on the shoulder. There we go, look at that, that's cool. So you tighten up, not too tight, because it wants to be able to move like so. I think that's just for show, to be fair, guys. That's not going to do anything like light up anything. It's these here, the buttons, what are going to make all the bells and whistles literally go. But this is just to move around, and I think that's pretty cool, to be fair. Just stand that by the side of your model when you're not using it. It's going to be pretty cool. So all you do with this now, the last part of this week's video, guys, is pop it into this centerpiece. And there you have it. We now have completed remote control. It's all been assembled. As I say, we've got, is that CQD? I beg my pardon, guys, if I said that wrong earlier. I said CDC, I think. CQD, SOS, We've got smoke, which I can't wait to get the smoke working. This thing, guys, is going to be amazing. Whistle and the light. And then we've got a little switch there, turn it on. Battery I've got to get hold of. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. That is this double issue done. 116, 115. Come back next time. Remember to give us a like. Take care. And that is it for today's issue of the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you love watching this build, please remember to give us a big like. I'd really appreciate that. And of course, if you've not done already, subscribe for more. Press that bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put the Titanic up on the channel. Here she is showing off in all her glory. I love this build, guys, and it's going to be sticking around for a while. As you may know, there's an extra extended bit to this build. I think, if I remember right, it goes up to about 150 issues, which we're on to 116 now. Take a look at the map just to my side here. A few issues to get to 150, but after that, guys, there's another 50 issues, I think. Did like doing a more detailed version of the engine to this beautiful model, which I'm going to be doing. So it's going to be sticking around for a while, this is, guys. So if you're interested in watching this, as I say, press that bell notification after subscribing. You'll always be notified every time this build comes up on the channel. But for now, guys, that is it for the Titanic. Come back next week for more. Thanks for your support. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.